conversation is now being recorded, and we will have a transcript available that that we can just, talk about at the end as well. So I want to make sure you both got my email that has our policy around civil rights and child rights investigations, SB 19-60. Were you able to look that over?
Yeah, I looked it over.
Okay. Did you have any questions about that?
I mean, it just seemed like pretty general information, so.
Well, it goes over, when we get an investigation or a complaint of any kind, we face a very complaint, and we review the information, and we try to talk to both parties, which is why I reached out to you initially, and we try to understand what the situation is, and then we meet with you all to talk about whether we want to resolve it to the informal process or the formal process. Both the informal and formal do require, in almost all cases, for the parties to, like if you're asking for something to be changed here, if there's something that needs to be changed, that doesn't, just because we do it informal doesn't mean those changes don't still get addressed. It's just that we don't go through the full investigation process. I know that was outlined in the procedure. Did you get a chance to look at that?
Yeah, I saw that stuff in there.
So, as you know, with the informal resolution, we still do provide, we don't, still would talk about interim or long-term remedial measures. We could look at different training or educational programs for one or both parties. I would work, or a designee of mine would work as a facilitator if we needed to discuss anything ongoing between the two parties. And if there is found to be an area of concern with an employee, that would then be referred to a personnel matter, be referred to the disciplinary authority for further action in that case. So, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is Pomona on here?
I'm sorry?
I'm here. Okay.
I just had my thing on mute. My microphone.
Okay, I just wondered. I didn't know if you were on here. Okay.
Yeah. So, do you have any questions about what would be involved with the informal process? Okay. With the formal investigation, what would happen is I would make the decision to assign two investigators. Those investigators would do fact finding, so they would meet with both of you. They would meet with all the parties involved. They would prepare a final report. And all questions come inside investigators. And then throughout that process, both the complaints and respondents can be advised and accompanied by advisor of their choice at your expense at any stage of the process. Just go to a live hearing. The college will, when you don't have an advisor, the college will provide one. So that advisor can consult and advise you, but they cannot speak on behalf of you. Just a bit of clarification about that. No unauthorized recordings allowed, and all parties must request permission to record in advance. So that's the more formal investigation. Do you have any questions about that?
No, I don't have any questions.
So really at this point, what I wanted to talk to you about is what, I've read all your emails. I've read your clarification of your concerns, and I wanted to see what you wanted to do moving forward.
Well, I mean, I've been pretty clear. I mean, I said really, we face so many problems because nobody, even in the school district, they don't want to accept the fact that that an IEP is supposed to help a disabled child. I mean, in my opinion, these two people need to be terminated because they didn't even try with Josiah. They didn't consult his IEP. If you look at the IEP part I sent you, it's got all these things they're supposed to do. Just like our therapist said, that's one escalation that he did. I mean, it should be able to. Look at the week Josiah had at school. He had a great week at school. You have the teachers saying that they just don't have room for a kid like Josiah. I mean, it can't be more clear cut discrimination than that. And quite honestly, I looked at everybody's LinkedIn. That girl's worked there for 6 years. How many people has she done this to? So that's the only resolution I want.
Okay, let me just pause for just a moment. So the person that was actually involved on the school from Red Rocks is an hourly employee while we're filling that position on a full time basis. So they are an hourly employee at this point. And so one of the things, the concerns that you had brought forward was um, that employee specifically. So I can't speak for two employees. I can only speak for the employee that was on the school grounds that you have the interaction with. Okay.
Well, Beth sent us the email saying she referred us to Colorado Shines. I mean, she sent us an email. Again, that's total discrimination. She didn't. She sent us the email. It's you have the email where she just referred us to Colorado Shines after 4 hours. I mean, I don't. I mean, I'm just saying what I want. I mean, that's what I want. I mean, if you guys want to support people like that at your program, I mean, that would be up to you. But I mean, that's what I.
Yeah, I just want to clarify. So when you're talking about two employees, you're talking about that specifically, and
right. I just sent you a new email where I documented everything and made it very, very clear. I didn't ask for the remedies in this one, but I mean it's pretty clear, and I've made it really easy for you to see the stuff. All the emails are attached. I mean, again, that's referred us to the program. Not only that, in email, she did it verbally with my wife right before that, in on a phone call. She said that basically you guys. What was the exact word she used to promote? What did she say exactly to you?
well, I don't want you to be without resources, and I'll send you the um, link for Josiah to find care elsewhere.
This is the director of the program.
Let me just clarify one thing. My understanding of the SAE is that it applies to the educational aspect of the program, to the extent it has to be followed specifically for the educational piece, correct?
I wouldn't know. I mean, it's your program. I mean, you're at a.
So the IEP is specifically by law is for the education of the child, not for an aftercare program.
I wouldn't know. I really don't know that. But I know at the other SAEs for the school, they actually use the IEP.
Right, exactly. So the IEP is required for the school to follow it specifically. My understanding of for aftercare programs, they use it as a guide to use it as a guide, but they are not required to follow it, verbatim. My understanding.
That could be true. They didn't use it as a guide. They didn't. I mean, all I'm saying is my stuff. I mean, if you guys want to keep teachers like this, that's on you. I mean, I think we've been pretty clear, and most people would probably agree with me that this is pretty poor behavior on both your educators' part.
Well, so what I need to do today is thank you for sending this. This is very clear and it's very specific, so I appreciate that a lot. What I'd like to recommend is that you allow us to do this through the informal process where I would do my investigation. I would work with the director and the vice president over those programs to identify what training is involved, what education is involved specifically around working with the IEPs and children. And then we would, based on our findings, we would make a recommendation for, if it involved personnel action or anything like that, we would work with the vice president over that program on next step.
I mean, the only thing is I can't really agree to that because I've referred this. We already had an investigation open, so they just opened. I mean, DEFCO has an investigation open, so there's being worked
You said you haven't heard from Jefferson County.
No, that's not true. I didn't hear from Matt Polero, which was the head guy. I did actually finally hear from him, and his emails that we talked about this stuff is on here. And I asked him to call you, but you obviously didn't. You didn't call him, obviously. But no, the dean guy, the dean whatever his name is, he's an investigator. I don't talk to him. I just include him on all the emails. I have spoken to him. But there's an investigation, yes, open on your program with the dean, however you say his name, the Dean Workington guy that's included on here. I mean, you could contact him, and I could give you his contact information. So I can't create anything like that, really, because again, there's an investigation open with Jefferson County on you guys too. So really, again, these guys don't talk to anybody. So I don't really have a lot of contact with him. Matt Polera, I talk to every once in a while. I did talk to him about this incident, and he totally agrees with me that this is discrimination.
Okay, so you're saying that Dean is already doing an investigation. We've not heard of anything yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, they move at the speed of slow, so you probably wouldn't hear anything for a while. I mean, we've been dealing with the school system for a long time. Basically, nobody there emails back because they don't want to put anything in writing. Very rarely will they contact you. Eventually, he will contact you. Though, and again, I mean, I can give you his. I'll introduce you to him in an email. So he, I mean, I mean, you know what I mean. Like he's included.
Email, so I can just explain. So at this point, if you're not interested in doing an informal investigation, are you wanting them to do a formal civil rights investigation? Is that what you're requesting?
I don't know because I'm not talking. All I'm talking about is okay. So we already had an investigation open for his other school, right? Because we just had a lot of issues with his other school, and so when this happened, he just added it to their investigation. I really don't know anything about their processes, just like I don't know about your processes very well, right? So I can't speak for Jefferson County, and I mean I'm okay with doing an informal investigation. I can't speak for Jefferson County though. That's the one thing I can't do. You know what I mean? They have an investigation with I have no clue about. So
what I can do, so I can reach out to them. Well, I'm responsible for working with you, right? So you are responsible to work with them. If they contact us, obviously we'll cooperate. But if you're saying that you're going to do an informal investigation on this specific area, which is all I can address, is the couple days that they were in the program here, I can send you a document that kind of outlines the process, and then if you agree to that, then I will take it over from our side as well.
Yeah, I mean I'm fine with that. I just like I said, I can't speak for Jefferson County because I have no clue what's going on in Jefferson County.
Well, yeah, like I said, they have their own process. We just have to take care of our process.
Okay, that's fine.
So what I will do, and I can commit to doing this, I won't be able to finish it today, but I will get something to you by the middle of next week that is basically just a letter that indicates that we're going to manage this specific situation through an informal investigation using SP 1960 as our guidance. And I would ask that you both sign it. I'll send it through Adobe Sign and ask that you both sign it. And then once I get that back, I will do the same with our parties on our side, that they both agree to do that, and then I'll start our process on this side.
Okay, that sounds good. That's fine with me. I mean, like I said, it's fine with me. I just don't know about Jefferson County. That's fine.
Okay, so in really also, I have a lot of information from you, which is very, very helpful. What I may need to do, and what I probably will have to do, is as I move through the process, I will need to set up sometimes to just do an interview, and I'd like to talk to you both individually if possible. So I'll set those up through email if that's okay with you both, and then again next week we'll probably get the process started, and then I'm hoping that the week of the 21st I'll be able to start doing some of those interviews if that works for you.
Well, that's the week. That's spring break, so we're actually.
Oh, is that when you're in Florida?
Yeah, so we won't be back until. Well, we get back on the 28th, right, Pamela? It's the 28th?
Yeah, the 28th in the afternoon.
Yeah, so we're going to be out for that whole week and then the 28th too.
So I'll aim for the middle of that week of the 28th. That sounds good. And usually Fridays are the best for you?
Yeah, Fridays are the best for me at least.
Yeah, we don't have to. Yeah, nowadays we have a lot of activities, which is I am and stuff like that. It's clean, clear, Perfect. I will look for the Friday, which is almost April. It's crazy to think about. And so we'll just plan on that, and then I will put something up to you next week so before you go on your vacation, and I'll start the process on our next week.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, I really appreciate you both taking the time to talk. I know this is a lot of talking, but I hope we can have some good resolution as well.
Okay, well, thanks for your time.
I really appreciate you both.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice weekend.
Bye bye.